Hello, this is Calvin's. I want to welcome you to this tutorial on ProSmart examination analysis system. This system has the following parts. We have a home, and actually that acts as the dashboard. So the dashboard has the following. We have the login. So let me take you through the login so that we go through this section one by one. So now we have the login screen. This is the login screen. You will enter your password here and username. So username admin, then password exams. So login successful. Okay. So this is the dashboard. So as you can see, the dashboard is very beautiful. We have a lot of visuals, graphs, and so on. So uh, we have the second part of this system, the master detail form launcher. This master detail form launcher, it is this form where you will be entering data, very important data, which will be used by the system. So it has very many parts. It has got you are able to add a teacher, you're able to add a student, you are able to add exam, add a stream, add a class teacher, you're able to add subject teacher. It has settings. You can enter fee balances of the students, and then about the program. So let us go through each one of them. So we have the form is here. You click this particular button, launch master data entry form. So when you click that form, that button, then this very beautiful form will come up. I see able to see. So the default screen here is the one for adding teachers. So this screen here. So we can add the teachers. So let me add a teacher here. Teacher's name, maybe Gorsungu. So Gorsungu, that is a new teacher. Then you save. Teacher added successfully. So that's how you'll be adding those teachers in your school. And again, you can even update teachers. So you just you can just enter the code number of that teacher, for example, 10. Then you search. So like this teacher Ogalusi. So you're able to update the name of that teacher. You can even delete all the teachers from your system. So that's how you'll be managing teachers in this system. Then we can also add students. So when you click this one, you're able to see another page coming up. So here you can add students. So let me add a student. So the class of the students, let's have the students from 1. The stream, remember the streams that you shall have entered into the system through the same window will be the ones which will be in this particular drop down box. So they're not there by default. That the ones you will be the ones that you shall have entered into the system. So once you come here to add a student, all the streams will be featuring here. So let's say it's in Form 1H, then the admission number 1008, for example, the name maybe Njoga, Calvin's Njoga, that's my name. Okay, then KCP marks maybe 304. Then you save. So when you save, the student will be saved in the relevant database. So student added successfully. Then you say okay. So you can add as many as possible. You can add as many as possible. So you can also update that student. So 1008, the one might have just entered in the system. Then you search. You can see all the details are here. So you can update the stream. You can update anything, the name, case marks, and any other information that you may want to update. Then you click update. You can also delete all all the students. You can also delete all the students from the database, all the Form 1 students. If you want to clear the Form 1 database, you can click this one to delete all of them. So that is how you will be managing students. Then you can also add exams. So when you click here, then this one will pop up. So you can add exam type. So you can have exam 1, exam 2, exam 3, or even cut 1, cut 2, cut 3, or even mock, joint, any exam type that you may wish to have in your system. So for example, you can say post mock, post mock, post mock, post mock 1, then you save. So exam type added successfully. So you can add as many exams that you wish to have. Then you can even update those exams by just putting the roll number, like 1, put the roll number, the exam type will come, all the details. Then you are able to update. Roll number 2, you can see mid of term exam. Roll number 3, you can see we have end of term exam. Roll number 4, you can see we have exam 1. Roll number, for example, 6, you can see we have exam 3. Roll number, for example, 8, you can see we have joint exam. So all the exam types will be available and they can be updated. They can be easily updated. Then you can also add school details. The school details like the school name, the motto, and the address. So here you will display the current details that we have in the system already. So when you display this one, you can see the system already has Ogenya Girls High School, the motto Aspire for Excellence, address ogenya@gmail.com. So you are able to update this one appropriately. You just put in the name of your school. For example, you can say Ringa Girls, Secondary School. So it will be according to your school. Then the motto can be sky is the limit, for example. Sky the limit. That's just an example. Then you can say Ringa G at gmail.com. Then you update. So when you update, you'll find that the school details updated successfully. Then you click OK. So that's how you'll update the details of your school. Then we have add stream. So here you will be able to add streams in your school. Some schools do not have streams. Some schools have many streams, far as 6, 7, or 8 streams. But that does not matter. Even if your school does not have streams, you'll still rename them as you wish. So for example, if you have 1 classes across, you'll choose the name for each class. So they will be treated as streams. So if there are only 4 classes, then you can say from 1A, from 2A, from 3A, from 4A. Or you can use any name of the stream. So add the stream. So for example, from 1, you can see add from 1 streams. So here you'll be adding streams from 1 streams, and you are able to update them as well. So you just put in the stream name here, then a class teacher, let's say the stream name is from 1 from 1 east, for example, but you can use any. So the class teacher, you want to assign that class is class teacher. So the teachers whom you've already entered into the system, they will be featuring in this particular drop down. So all the teachers will be there. So for example, the class teacher, let me put that teacher, then you save. So the stream and the class teacher, then you save. So when you save, that stream and the class teacher will be added successfully. Put OK. So remember, you can also update that one. When you put the roll number of the stream, for example, 1, you will find a stream and the class teacher. Roll number 2, you'll find a stream and the class teacher. Roll number 3, you'll find a stream and the class teacher. Roll number 4, you'll find a Form 1 stream and the class teacher, roll number 5. So all the streams you've entered, like this, the one we've just entered. So you can update the class teacher, or you can update the name. Then you can also delete all the streams and the class teachers that you have already assigned to them. Then you can do this across. So you go to Form 2 also. You add the Form 2 streams and their class teachers, Form 3 as well, then Form 4 as well. So that one is the same thing, but you do it across when you are updating or when you are setting up this particular system. Then you can also add subject teacher, of each class and of each stream. For example, when you want to add the subject teacher of Form 1, then you will click Form 1 here. Then this window will feature. So you'll be able to add the Form 1 subject teachers. So if there are those streams, the streams that you've added will be in this drop-down list. You are able to see we have added Form 1H, Form 1V, Form 1C, Form 1W, Form 1E. So it depends. This all depends with your school. So you just select the stream you want to assign subject teachers. So if you want Form 1, for example, Form 1C, then you will attach that you will attach subject teachers. So, for example, English, let Madam Aura teach English there. Swahili, Karasi, Maths, for example, Joga, Calvin's teachers. Then that is from 1C. Then you put OK. So you can also update those streams with those class teachers. All the streams should be able to, for example, this one, all the streams should be able to feature, like you can see. All the streams, all the teachers, subject teachers should be able to appear for that particular class. You can search for Form 1V, you just search, you can see. So all those teachers are able to feature or are able to appear. Then you update wherever necessary. You can even update for the maths teacher. You change that one appropriately. Geography teacher, you change. History teacher, you can change. Then you update. Then you click update. So you are able to update all that. You are able to update that all that. You can also delete all Form 1 subject teachers. So when you press this one, you will be able to delete all Form 1 subject teachers. All Form 1 subject teachers. The same thing. You can do that one across. Form 3, the same thing. So Form 4, also you can do the same thing. So it's something that you can do across. You can do it across. So you can enter the subject teacher from 1, subject teacher from 2, subject teacher from 3, subject teachers are from 4, according to those streams. So that's how you'll be updating the subject teachers. Then we have this other section where we have settings. So we have exam settings. So under exam settings, you'll be able to click that. Then this window will pop up. So here you can reset the year, the term, and the exam type according to uh, the exam that you are having. So we can load the current exam settings. So when you press load current exam settings, it will give you the current exam settings in the system. So you are supposed to update accordingly. So the year, you can change this one to 2022. The term, maybe term 1. Exam type, which exam we having, we can name it, you can call it mid of term, beginning of term, end of term, you can call it exam 1, exam 2, exam 3. So you choose the one that is appropriate for you. So let me call it maybe beginning of term exam. Then you click save settings, then exam settings. After it takes successfully, then you press OK. So that's how you update the exam type. So then we have the term date. Remember, sometimes our report cards will feature the start of term date. So that one you set here. So you will put in the date that the next term will start on. So you simply put in the date. The format is given here. The start the month, the date, the new year. So for example, if our next term start date will be third not third, but 1st January, 3rd, 2022, then that is what you save. So when you save that one, next term start date, update say reset grading system. So here you will update the grading system for the subject groups. So you select the group here, for example, languages. You want the minimum to be the minimum mark to be 0, the maximum to be 29, for example. So you set grade E points only, grade E points only, so that for languages we are saying that E will run from 0 to 29. Okay, then you click save. So that one will update the grading for human. For sciences, you say 0 to 24. Then it will say grading system for sciences set successfully. Then you go to the next, humanities 0 to 29. Okay, then you say save. Then it will say set successfully. Then you go to technicals, then 0 to 24. Then you say successfully saved. So that's how you'll set the E grids. So you only put for the E only, the range for the E grid only. Then that's how you do it. Then we also have password reset. So here you're able to change the password appropriately. So you enter the username, for example, admin, and that's the username. That's my username. Then you enter the password, the new password. Then you re-enter the new password. So if you say the new password is, for example, admin 1234, then you repeat admin. So when you save, it will say the password you type do not match. The passwords you type do not match. Ensure they match. So we will ensure they match. So we have admin, that's the username. Then the password is admin 1234. So when you print that one, admin 1234, then now you save, to tell you password change successfully. So you've changed the password. So that means next time you log in, you'll use the new password that you just changed, that you just put in. So now you can also enter fee balances of these students. So fee balances, you click here. So when you click here, this form will appear. So this way you'll be entering the fee balances, because the report card is supposed to have the fee balances or the fee balance of this particular student. So we need to have the fee balances in the database. So we enter the admission number, for example, 1000. Then we search for that student, and this student is in Form 1V and it's called Ben's K. Then the balance is 1,500. You can update that one, you can change that one. Maybe you say the balance as at now is 1,000. Then you save. So that balance will feature or will be in the report card. When you go to, for example, admission 2000, then you search. This person is in Form 2 South. His name Kura Sumra. Then the balance is 2,500, but we can put it at 1,400. That is now the balance. Then that one is saved successfully. Then you can even say 3,001, the admission of that student, 3,001 when you search, is in Form 3B. Dave Goons, the balance, you can say the balance is 6,000. Then you save. So those are the balances as at the moment you are using this particular software. You have this already, we've put 6,000. So all those, you are able to enter the fee balances of the students, and then when you'll be generating their reports or report card, each and every report card will have the respective fee balance of that particular student. So you are able to do that. Then for this button here, when you click this one, you're able to see we have all about this particular system. So that is all about this master entry or master detail data launcher. You are able to see also in here we have the name of the school that we've just entered. the school information name. We have Rinkagas Secondary School, school motto, sky's the limit, email address, ringagg@gmail.com. So that one will be featuring there appropriately. So we can close this form. So now after entering all that data that the system requests, now you'll have to go to mark entry section. So we're able to look at this. So we have looked at all those sections in the data entry form. So we have the mark entry. So for mark entry, when you come to the dashboard, you'll have mark entry here from 1 marks, from 2 marks, from 3 marks, from 4 marks. So this first column here is for beginning of term, then this one is mid term, then this one is end term. So you'll just select appropriately depending on whichever time you are in. So if you are in the beginning of the term, you just select this one. For example, if it's from 1, then you select this one to enter the marks of that particular exam at the beginning of the term. Remember, the exam name can be exam 1, exam 2, it can be exam 1, test 1, pre-mock 1, and so on. But the general name is beginning of the term. Is the exam type that you'll be having. The exam type that we'll be having is the one which will be featuring in the selection here. If you select this one, then this one we know is at the beginning of the term. So the exam type that you must have set in the system setting will be the one featuring. Okay. So let us select this one. When you select that one, it will take you to this page where you'll be entering the marks. So you just select the subject you want to enter the marks. So English, you select that one, then that is the row, the column that will appear. So remember, these marks can just be deleted. So when you delete them, you enter the new marks. You can also reset here. You can delete them using this button. Kiswahili, you go to Kiswahili. That is what will come. Then you can reset to delete these marks. Maths as well. Mathematics column will come. Then you enter the marks. So you'll be able to enter the marks for each and for the respective subjects. So that is from one beginning of term. So when you go back, you are in beginning of the term. So you can also enter marks for the form tools. So just come here. All the form tools you've entered in the system will be here. So their streams, their admission numbers, their names. So you'll just be entering marks accordingly. So you select the subject, then you enter the marks. So that's how you'll be doing it. These students, let us enter some marks for these students. 40, 58, 60. Okay. So you can enter all marks. You can go to Kiswahili. Also, you enter for them 40, 56, 41, and so on and so forth. So you'll be able to enter marks appropriately. Just enter the marks appropriately. So then we go back to the home page. Go back to home page. So you can also go to form 3, beginning of term. You do the same. You want to go to form 4, beginning of term. You do the same. You enter those marks. So you are also able to enter marks for the mid of the term. So mid of the term, use this column too. So for form 1, you'll choose that one. You enter marks. Form 2, you'll choose that one. You enter marks. For form 3, you'll choose that one. You enter marks. Remember, form 3, for us, form 3s will be having a maximum of either 7, 8, or even 9 subjects. So the system has got a very tight algorithm that it will use to select the seven that normally use to grade that particular student. So they will be taking either 8, 9, or even 7, but the system will use its own way to have only the 7 as the maximum to grade that particular student. So you will enter those marks here, then you go back for Form 4, also the same. You just enter the marks. So that's how you'll be entering marks. For end of term, when the term is coming to an end, you have an exam. This is the rule that you'll be using. So again, you will do the same. For Form 1, you'll use that particular page. Form 2, you use that particular page to enter marks. Form 3, you'll use that particular page, and so on and so forth. For the Form 4s, you can use that page to enter those marks. So that's how you'll be entering marks. Remember, marks is also the backbone of this particular system. Without the marks, it has nothing to analyze. So that is okay. Then after entering marks, you will be able to go to the analysis. But before you go to the analysis, this report section, before we look at the reports, because at the end of it will also generate report cards, but there are certain things that report cards must require. For example, the logo of the school and even the photo of the student. So we need to upload those ones first. So to upload the photos or to upload those images, then you will need to come here, upload images. So here now you will have to make sure that you have the photos of the students in the respective folders. For example, Form 1 photos, you put them in a folder and then you can name it Form 1 photos. Form 2 the same, Form 3 the same, Form 4 the same. Then also the school logo you can put in any folder. You can put it in desktop folder, you can put it in any folder, then name it, for example, logo. So after doing that, you'll be able to come to this button. Then it will ask you, have you grouped all the students' photos by putting them into respective class folders and name them using only the admission numbers of those students. So you put the students in their respective folders. For example, Form 1's in a separate folder, Form 2 the same separate folder. Then those students, you don't name them according to their real names. You will use their admission numbers. So you put the admission numbers, use the admission numbers to name those students in those folders. Then the same, you will also create a folder for the logo of the school. So if you're sure you've done that, you'll click yes. When you click yes, then that will lead you to now uploading of those photos. Then you are able to come to Form 1. You want to upload photos from 1, click now Form 1. Then already there's some photos I already uploaded, but now you upload photos. Let me just demonstrate. You select the folders where you put the Form 1 photos. So like now Form 1, and let me click this one. Yes, this is where now my Form 1 students photos are. Then you click, you can select all of them, Control A to select all of them. Then you open. So when you open, you are able to find that now those photos will have been uploaded, unless there are certain students whose photos are not in that particular folder, but you are supposed to have all the students' photos in that particular folders so that all of them will have their photos on the report card. So we have uploaded Form 1. Then next go to Form 2. It will take you here. Already the certain photos are already uploaded, but let me demonstrate. So you go to, again, this was Form 1, so you select Form 2 folder. Form 2 folder, I think the one I've written 2 here, I've named it 2. So you double click to open. So these are the students from 2. As the purpose of demonstration, click all of them, then open. So when you open, they will all be uploaded like that. So the same to Form 3. When you click Form 3, okay, let me delete these ones so that we are able to see how that one happens. So I've deleted all those photos. So let me upload. So when you upload, you go to the Form 3 folder where you've kept the Form 3 images. Click Control S to select all of them. Open. So when you open, you will find that you have uploaded the Form 3 photos. Let us confirm. So you are able to see they are now here. So that's how you will upload the Form 3 photos. You just do like this, then open, then you will have uploaded. The same to Form 4. That's the same thing you do also when it comes to Form 4. Upload. For Form 4, I kept them here, Form 4 here, then all of them selected, click that, they're uploaded. Okay, so that is how you'll upload the photos of the students. Then you are able to also upload the school logo. So you just click the school logo, then already there's one here, but we can change or we can maintain that. So school logo, I think it is in a certain here folder here, that one. So you can select, let me select this one, select that one. So, or you can select this one, whichever you want. So when you select, that logo will be uploaded. So that's how you will be uploading those images. Then now we can now move to another section. After uploading the photos, we can now go to reports. So reports, you can see we have numerous reports, many reports, many reports. So let us see how we can generate these reports after entering marks. So beginning of term, we were in the beginning of term, for example, you just click beginning of term. So this is the pane where you'll be having all the reports for the beginning of term. When you want class broadsheet, it is here. Stream broadsheet here. Overall grade analysis, it is here. Stream grade analysis, it is here. Top students overall, it is here. Subject champions, it is here. Graphical analysis, it is here. So you'll generate all of them. Because this is the beginning of the term, we normally don't expect report cards at the beginning of the term. We normally give report cards at the end of the term so that the report card will feature all these exams for the beginning of the term, mid-term, and even end of the term. Or if you're taking two exams, it can be beginning and end of the term, or it can be mid of the term and end of the term. So it will depend with your school, but it will capture them appropriately. So when you want the class broadsheet, you will just click this one here for Form 1, then it will generate the class broadsheet. So this one, the class broadsheet, already the positions, rankings in order, and then the grade, the averages, and then the total marks of those students have already been calculated. So you're able to print this one. You can print this one and use it appropriately. You can easily print that one and use it appropriately. So for printing, because it's only one, you can come here and then you do the printing. So you can print that one. You can see the certain we have the headers here. From one examination, overall merit lists, beginning of term exams, generated by Smart examination system. So this is the from one overall merit list. So remember, it will also capture the name of the school at the middle here when you will be printing it. When you print it, the name of the school will be featuring here. So that is how you will generate that one. When you go back to the same pane, you can also do to Form 2, Form 3, and 4. Then you can also have the stream broadsheet. For the stream broadsheet, it will depend with how many streams you have. If it is only one stream, then that means one class. So you just come here, then you'll generate the stream broadsheet. So you'll be coming here to select the stream. You can select the stream, just select the stream. You're able to select the stream, then you'll have the broadsheet generated with the positions, everything in order. You can come to from 1H, the broadsheet will be generated. So this one will depend with the streams. If there are two streams, it will generate two. If there are three, it will generate three. If there are four, it will generate four. Then you are able to go back. You can also print that one. Then also we can have for the form tools, you just select the stream. When you select the stream, the broadsheet or the merit list will be generated from two blue. You're able to see where you generated them very easily. Let us go back to the same pane. So it can be done for all the forms across. Then we also have overall grade analysis. The overall grade analysis will give you the grade analysis for all the subjects and all the uh, all the subjects, and even the overall grade analysis for the class. For example, let us look at this one. You can see this subject, the grade analysis has been given here, and even the mean. This subject, the grade analysis and the mean and the grade and the rank. And then down here, we now have overall, the overall grade analysis for that particular class. So in that class, was there somebody with A? No. Was there somebody with A minus? No. B plus? No. And then we have C plane. We were having 2 students with C plane, and so on and so forth. Then the class has got a mean of 3.667, which is a D plus. So it will summarize, and it will give you a very precise grade analysis of all the grades, and giving you the mean of all the subjects, and even ranking those subjects. So you can also print that one if you want to print. Then let us go back to the pen. You can do that on form 2 as well. Then back form 3 and even form 4 as well, and then print. So that is all about overall grid analysis. Then we also have stream grid analysis. You may want to generate the grid analysis for stream A, stream B, stream C, and so on. So you from one streams, you go to form 1, then this way you'll be generating the stream grid analysis. So you're able to select the appropriate the stream here. You can select from 1V. You can see everything is generated. You can select from 1H. You can see everything is being generated. So remember this one, even at the bottom here, we have this the graphical representation of those grades, and even the subject teachers, the respective subject teachers of that particular stream. You can see the stream is here from 1H, subject teachers, one of them are here. From 1H, grade analysis, graphical representation, it is there. And then the tabular representation is also here. So you can even print preview. You can print preview this particular one, and you're able to see a very good print preview here. This is how it will look like when you print it. So you're able to see even the headers are there. uh, Here at the middle, there will be the name of the school. When you, after printing it, the name of the school will be here. So you can see subject teachers and then the graphical representation. So that is from 1H. You can select another stream from 1V, for example. You can see it's also giving us the same details. The graphical representation, the teachers from 1V, subject teachers. So they will feature there appropriately. So from 1 C, okay, we don't have from 1C. For I didn't give data for from 1C, only from 1H and V. So remember, you can also print all the grid analysis for these streams. When you click print all, then all the grid analysis for these classes or for these streams will be printed at once. So just say print all. You can see we are now printing each one and every one of them. You can see it's changing appropriately, but some streams we don't have data, so you can see it has printed all of them for the streams which are existing. So that's how you'll print for all those streams. So back. So that one you can do that one across. For form 2, again the same thing. You select the stream. For stream A, you can see grid analysis. The graph is coming up here. You are able to see that. If you go to form 1, form 2B, for example, you can see everything changes. The graph changes. Then you can print preview, and you can see very nice there with the subject teachers. You can see subject teachers here, all the subject teachers. So it will capture that one very nicely and very appropriately. So let us go back. So you can do that one up to form 4 for the streams, up to form 4. Then there's also top student overall. So here we will have top student overall. So from form 1, the top students, you can select whichever top student you have. You can even select top 1, you can select top 2, and you can see what's happening. You can select top 3, you can see, and you can select top 4 or 5, you can see what's happening. You can select top 6, but now when you select top 7, because because of matters of demonstration, I only have 6 from 1. So when you select top 7, it's going to be blank, as you're able to see, because the students are only 7. So you only select according to the number of students you have in the database. So if you select top 5, then it will give you top 5. So that's how you'll be uh, uh, having your top N students. It will also depend on the performance. You want to feature only the students who have performed very well. If you want to have top 5, then they should be students who have performed very well. So top 3, for example, can see the lowest marks is 480. Okay, you can, whichever top you want, you are able to generate. Then you can print that one as well. Let's go back. So if you select top 3, remember that is what you'll have. Top 3, you can see that. So you go back, you can as well print. So that's how you'll be generating the top students. Then the subject champions, this is where you'll have the best student per subject, the best student per subject. So you're able to go to Form 1. This one will give you the best student per subject. So English, Brit G is the best. It's also having a class position of 1. Then the score in English 62, grade is B minus. So that is how you will generate the champions of those subjects. Home science and computer studies, they are not taking. That's why here we have blank. So home science and computer studies, nobody's taking that. So you can print that subject champion list. So go back. You can do that in Form 2, Form 3, and Form 4. The same. So Form 4, you can see we have the name of the best student in those subjects. Home science, they are not taking. Class positions, given here, the score of the students in that subject given here, then the grade of that student in that subject given here. So that is the subject champion list for Form 4. So that is that. Then the graphical analysis will give you the graphical representations of those grades we have in our grade analysis. So for Form 1, you can see this the graphical representation. C's are 2 students, D pluses 2 students, E's we have 2 students, X we don't have. So you can also print. So that is the graphical representation all the way up to Form 4. So this for the Form 4. So then that is for beginning of term. That's for beginning of term. Remember, when you are in the middle of the term and you have an exam at the middle of the term, again, you'll have this particular pane where you'll do the analysis. This is where you'll generate all the analysis. Class, broadsheet, stream, overall, stream grade analysis, uh, top student, subject champions, graphical analysis, and mean comparisons. Remember, this is now the second exam in that term because it's the mid of term examination. If you did the first one, then now this is the second, therefore you will have mean comparisons. You'll want to compare uh, the means of the respective subjects uh, in the beginning of the term exams and the middle of the term exams to see whether they have improved or to see whether they have gone down. So let me demonstrate that because all these ones we have just demonstrated, so there's no need of repeating. So for mean comparisons, when you go to Form 1 to check the comparisons of the means, so you'll select that one. So when you select that one, you are able to see that we have already generated the deviations. So English, in beginning of term, English had 4.667. Mid of the term, it had 5.800. So the deviation will give you the nature of the improvement. If the improvement is negative, to the negative, it will show. If it is to the positive, it will show. Like this one, you can see a green arrow pointing upwards. That means there's an improvement of 1.133, and the comment here is that the subject has improved. So you can see that Kiswahili, again, there's an improvement. Computer, not done. Business studies, you are able to see business studies in beginning of the term, they had 6.6. In mid of the term, now they have 6.4. You are seeing the arrow pointing downwards. That means there's a decline in that subject. So the mean has declined with 0.2. So it will give you a very detailed, very nice deviations table, as you're able to see. So that is very important because you'll be able to make certain decisions. Uh, you'll be able to decide appropriately whether to put in more effort or whether to employ certain uh, strategies to ensure that you improve in that particular subject. So you can also print preview. So when you print preview, you're able to see this is how it will look like when you print it. This is how it will look like. Very nice. So we can look at it. Can see from one examination, mean comparisons made of term exams. So those are headers. Then this is the table. So you can close that. So you can move back. So you can also compare the means in Form 2. You can see, you can print preview and can see Form 2 examination, mean comparisons, and this is another header here. So you are able to see some subjects have gone down, some have maintained. This arrow horizontally displayed, it is showing that there is no improvement. So the mean has maintained. Then down one arrow shows that there is a decline. Upward arrow which is green shows that there is an improvement. All that is captured there. So you can do that one across up to form 4. So those are mean deviations. Those are the mean deviations in mid of the term examination. We'll have to compare the means. So I've said all these other areas. We have looked at them in the beginning of the term. Result analysis pane. They are the same ones. Result analysis generation pane. So we move back home. So we can also look at the end of the term. So end of the term again, these ones are just the same things we are looked at. Class broadsheet, the same stream, overall grade analysis, stream grade analysis, top students, subject champions, graphical analysis. All those are done in the same way like we have done in both the middle of the term and beginning of the term. So the comparisons also in the same way you generate them, we have done so in the middle of the term. You just go. Now here we are comparing the middle of the term and the end of the term exams to check if again there is an improvement or there is a decline. So when you look at Form 1, again we are comparing now middle of the term and end of the term. Deviations here and the comments here. Some subjects have maintained, some have improved, some have declined. So the comments are here, and because it's the overall, all the class teachers are affected. So you can preview that, and you can even print if you like. Then we move back. So now it is the same thing all up to Form 4. So now we come to another very important report part, which is the report card. In the third, in the end of the term, we need report card. We need report cards for the students, summative with exam at the beginning of the term, exam at the middle of the term, and then the exam at the end of the term. So when you look at the Form 1 report card, you want to generate Form 1 report cards, you'll be able to select Form 1. And now you can see a very nicely designed report card with 3 columns. The beginning of the term, 100%, middle of the term, 100%, and then the one done at the end of the term is also featuring here. And the subjects teachers are very well, nicely captured. Then here we have the name and all those details very nicely captured here. And then you can see this is the photo of the student whose name is in this particular area. So when you select a name here, like Brit G, you are able to see even the photo has already changed. This one will maintain because it's the school logo. Every other thing will change. The stream will change, the subject teachers, the marks and so on will change depending on the student we are selecting here. You can see everything changing. So even down here we have the graphical analysis of the trend in performance. So this student has declined all through because you can see the beginning of the term the marks were around 500. The middle of the term, the marks has dropped to below 500. Then the end of the term, then the marks is now 360 as you are able to see. So this person is operating on a decline mode, and that's not very good. The marks are declining, and you're able to see they're just declining like that. So that one is not very impressive. So uh, the graphs there will show you how the student is progressing. The graphs we have down there. So you can see it's also capturing the next term begins on. The next term start date is captured here. The fee balance is also captured here. All that will be captured automatically. Then you will now have to print. When you come to printing, you are able to print the one which is displayed on your screen, or you can print a preview. When you print preview, it will show you how it will look like when you have printed it. So this is how it will look like, a very nice report card. You can see print all the report cards will be printed, all the report cards for form 1, whether form 1V, whether form 1A, all the form 1s, all those streams will be printed at once. So let me click this one. When you click that one, you can see we are printing one by one, and you can see the photo is changing, every detail is changing. You can see everything is changing as per the student's detail. You can see. So as they change like that, the report cards are printed one by one, and you are collecting them from the printer. So remember, some students didn't do exams, some didn't have photos uploaded, and so on. So we have printed all of them. We have printed all of them. Uh, like this student called Calvin Joga, I just entered it, you saw, and we didn't enter any mark anywhere, and we didn't have any photo anywhere. So that's why the report card is looking like that. So that's how you print the report cards. When we go back to the pen, you can also print Form 2 report cards. So also Form 2s, you can also do the same. So when you come to Form 2 report cards, you can do the same. You can select a student and then print. You can just select a student like that. You can see everything is changing. When you select a student, you can see it's just changing. Then you can print preview that report card and look at it the way it's nice. Then you can also print all of the report cards for that class. When you print all, everything will be printed. You can see in a similar manner to that one from ones. So they're just printing like that. So you'll be just seated down, uh, watching until all the report cards shall have been printed. Then you collect from the printer. Okay. So that I think is very nice. So all of them have been printed. So these ones are students who didn't finish the exam. They didn't take full exams. So that's why the report card looks like that. So when you move back, you're able to do that for the Form 3s and even Form 4s. So for Form 3s and 4, the same thing. You will be printing all, or you can print one. So some of them didn't do or didn't take all the exams. When you select like that, and you'll find that some have got exams. So it will depend with the data that you have. So for matters of demonstration, that is what I had in the system. So you move back. So when you move back, you shall have generated all the report cards, and all this analysis you shall have generated and printed, and then you collect them from the printer. So again, apart from these reports, we also have some uh, other reports featuring So now you can see we have the dashboard visuals. We have the stream list, we have the teachers list, we have the mark list. So all those you can easily have them. So if you want the student list, if you have the student list or teachers list, just come to teachers here. You click teachers, then this is the list of the teachers. You can close. When you close print preview, this list of teachers will automatically print, and you collect it from the printer. You can see it has printed. Done. Okay, you take your list of teachers. Then if you want the mark list for the students, maybe you want to give teachers mark list to use them for mark entry before forwarding to whoever we will be feeding marks into the system. You will just come to students here. You can see a very nice pane. So view and print from one list. You can print from one list from here. Just click that one. You can see this is the from one list. Uh, uh, you go back. You can see it is printing the from one list, all of them. Okay. Remember, from one we have streams. Very good, done. So I believe you have seen that. So you go to streams, you select whichever class you want to print the class list. If it is from one, just select from one. If it is from two, just select from two. Then after selecting from two, uh, this one will be the list. If you close like this, it will start printing stream-wise. You can see it is now printing stream-wise per stream. Then done. So that's how you will be printing streams mark list. Form 3, again, you can view like that. You can close. Then it will print for all the streams in Form 3. You can see it is printing one by one like that. Then done. So you can generate all those mark lists for teachers to use them for mark entries. Then you can also view the streams you have in the school. So these are the streams you have in school. We can print Form 1 and Form 2, Form 3 streams, Form 4 streams, and their respective class teachers. Then you can print that one. When you close, it has already printed. Okay. Then exam types, you have which exam types in the school. These are the exam types you have in the school. You can close as it prints. So then done. So that's how you'll be generating streams for you will be generating those lists for whichever teachers or wherever they are required. You'll be able to generate them very easily. So that is mark list. So we also have dashboard visuals. When you look at this one, we have dashboard visuals. You can see summaries of the means of each and every class from 1, from 2, from 3, and 4. The means have been summarized there, then represented in this particular graph. Are you able to see also here the exam entries? How many students did beginning of the term exam, middle of the term exam, and even end of the term exams? It will capture the students who sat for those full exams. So those visuals, they are very nicely displayed there. The teachers, the number of teachers given here, the number of students given here in the school, the number of streams given here, the exam types given here. Okay, so again, lastly, now you have the contact information. This is where you just come and then check whichever problem you have. You can simply contact us. You can have this one. It contains the phone number, the email, the postal address, the Twitter accounts, the Instagram, and so on. So that one you'll be able to contact us through that. So then lastly, I want to say that the uh, how to for this particular software will come very, very soon, so that you'll be able to know how it can also be developed in Excel and VBA. So I want to thank you very big for being patient and watching this particular video from the start to the end. And I want to beseech you to subscribe to my channel so that you get more of these videos anytime I upload them. Otherwise, thank you very big. May God bless you. Have a very nice time.